Her Majesty and His Royal Highness Prince Philip graced my Australian shores recently. The Heads of Government meeting was an enormous success. Our Commonwealth family absorbed Australia's beautiful environment, scenery and friendship for which Australians have become famous. The diversity and heritage of all peoples comes richly in Australia, not just our evident superiority in cricket, rugby and most else. Have we advanced so much when it comes to much more serious subjects? Human slavery and trafficking, to the shock of most, is alive and well in practically every nation on earth. Only when we can truly connect our cultures and participate in a global initiative to address this blight on the very nature of humanity will we adequately address it. Slavery and lack of proper employment opportunities is not a developing world's problem, a developed world's problem, or a third world problem. It is each and every one of our problems. It flourishes everywhere lack of employment opportunity exists, due to either insufficient economy, paternalistic welfare-driven payments, and most critically, low expectations of one person to another. Lack of proper employment opportunity creates an environment for the possibility of slavery to exist. So, I implore the Commonwealth, the members of the Commonwealth, to raise its virulent opposition to slavery to an effective level of that of which we are against. Closer to home, the very well-meant though misguided generosity of Australians allowed welfare to grip thousands of our first Australians in an embrace of despair. Disconnected from their own tradition of self-sufficiency and obstructed from connecting with the national Australian culture of can-do and wealth for toil. Indigenous and non-Indigenous Australians now recognise that employment is the only way to the equality of opportunity that every just society craves. Globally, we know that opportunity for proper employment is the only way we can do slave traders out of work. At home, we are connecting cultures and aligning our expectations of each to the other. Employers across our nation pledged over 60,000 career opportunities to Indigenous people who had relevant training through the Australian Employment Covenant. This created a massive, demand-led solution to employ Aboriginal people, as all of Australia realises that welfare and low expectations of one to the other disconnected our two cultures. It hindered Australia from becoming a richer, more colourful and harmonious community. In return for this massive commitment to employ Indigenous people, the Australian government also entered into a covenant with the employers and the Aboriginal people to provide job-specific training, directed by the preferences of only the future employers and not the bureaucratic agencies. To further the connection and the alignment of our cultures and expectations, a nationwide social media movement with now hundreds of thousands of members called Generation One spread across Australia, spreading our message of equality. This is, ladies and gentlemen, cultural connection at its best. Non-Indigenous and Indigenous Australians reaching out together with mutual respect. Now, over 8,000 Indigenous people have crossed over from welfare to employment, in the largest single elimination of welfare-driven poverty in all of Australian history. It's as simple as understanding the basics, such as we might all take for granted when work starts, elementary numeracy and literacy, and how to get a driver's licence, often the biggest impediment to employment. Australia learnt we must connect culturally before we can meaningfully connect a worker with a job. Now we have proven that job-specific training produces earnest, capable applicants who offer value on their first day of work in just 3 months' training. The overwhelming power of standing on your own 2 feet replaces despondency with pride, despair with dynamism, low expectations with confident hope of an independent future. Health and morale improves, and the individual's thirst for further education accompanies a new hunger for greater success. Disparity becomes a memory. The natural fire of human endeavour and determination burns brightly in the hearts of all people, each and every one of us here. So every nation, let's connect our cultures, align our expectations one of each other, replace disparity with the employment of empowerment, and meet the need for true self-respect based on economic independence. Only then can we replace hopelessness with life's enthusiasms and eliminate the environment where slavery can ever take a foothold. Thank you.